Hi everyone, welcome into today's segment of Market Breakdown. Sorry it's been a while. I dropped a video here. I've been busy with other offline activities and also busy with my students as well, trying to prepare them some gems and trying to groom them into becoming a professional and trading the financial market as well. So, with that being said, I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm just going to dive into today's aspect of the class. So we're going to be looking into some pairs, but before we do that, we're going to look into the previous pairs that we've analyzed. Let's check on the progress, or let's see how far they've gone, and let's see if the ones that are making us money, or possibly if there's any that's hit our stop losses. Let's check them out as well. So with that being said, we're going to start with Euro NZD because that's the one that has actually, let me use the word, pissed us off a little bit. We've been able to make money from it. However, it reversed to stop us out. We had a reversal to it and then we got stopped out. So I'm just going to go down to the lower time frame. Let me just go down to the daily time frame and then I'll show you guys this thing. So like we've said earlier in the video, like in the last market breakdown, we were waiting for the market to actually sell, which actually happened for about almost 200 pips. We were able to get a lot of pips from it. Our stop losses was here for the first position we had, and then we were targeting this green bar. Unknowingly for me, the mistake that we actually made, let me put it like that, the mistake that we made, which actually happens to the best traders as well, was that our level here, well, let me just say I got overexcited after seeing the pair. So instead of putting the green bar here, the green bar was supposed to come to the body of the candle here, which the target actually came to before reversing. And then we were able to get another entry here, which means we were able to get a lot of like two different entries to the first target, and then here was meant to be our overall target. This place, which was about like close to 1,000, close to I think 800 to 900 pips, which we were aiming for. We were able to get close 200 pips from it if you calculate the pip count from here to here. We were able to get 200 pips. However, we got stopped out eventually because we didn't move our stop loss to break even on time. On this one, I actually trade my stop. We got stopped out for break even on this first position, but on this last one, we got stopped out for loss. So that aside, now it looks like the market is reversing again for probably upward momentum. But for now, I'm not interested in Euro NZD, so we're not going to be analyzing that one for now. So let's progress and see what's happening on Tesla, which was also one of the pairs that we analyzed then. So as for Tesla, I've been able to make a lot of money from it. Let me just go to the weekly time frame so that I can be able to see it very well. So from Tesla, we saw an inverse head and we saw a head and shoulder pattern on the monthly time frame. And due to that head and shoulder pattern, all we did was to tell ourselves that we're going to be waiting for pullbacks on the daily time frame. And after the pullbacks, once we're getting a break below it, we're just going to be clicking a sell on after a break below the counter trend line. So we've been able to um currently I'm holding two different positions on Tesla, and if I count it now, I think I'm holding it for like this week is like maybe the 13th or 14th week that I've been holding Tesla from here. I was able to enter another position here, and even here, I'm waiting for a break below this major zone again, which actually formed a counter trend line above this zone. So all I'm just waiting for is a 4 hour bearish engulfing candle close below this major zone. Let me scroll down to the lower time frame so that you can be able to see it more clearly and understand what I'm saying. So we've been banking a lot of pips from Tesla here. So all I'm just doing is wait for a pullback, and then I keep on. And then so like I said, we came to the this thing, came to the major level here, and then the market started giving us more like a flag pattern. If you draw this here as well, you're going to see that it's actually a flag pattern. However, I don't usually draw it here. I just draw my CTL. And then we had a break below the counter trend line. However, I didn't start selling because it was still trading above the major level. So all I said to myself was that I'm going to be waiting for it to come close below the major level. However, it still came back into the major level and then gave us a pullback, or should I say a retest into the counter trend line again, and then now it's falling. So I even like the move, or let me even use the word, I love the move that is happening now on Tesla. But what I'm still saying to myself is I want to see a break below this. So I'm going to draw a black bar below this previous low. So I want to see a break below this black bar that I'm going to draw. Let me draw it now so that you guys can be able to understand what exactly it is I'm trying to explain to you guys. So I want to see a 4 hour bearish engulfing candle close below this black bar. So immediately I see a 4 hour bearish engulfing close below it, below this black bar, I'm going to be clicking another sell buttons again, and then I'm going to be holding for this one. If you count this, I think I'm holding this for like maybe 3 to 4 weeks now, and then the other one I'm holding it for like probably 14 weeks now. So I'm going to be entering another sell again, and then I'll keep on holding to my next level target, which is going to be going to be 113.50 per share. So, and my first level target is going to be here, which is 135 point, let me just say $135 per share. So that's where my first level target is going to be. So I haven't talked about the previous positions I've been holding, the ones we've been able to make money from. I'm just going to scale back to the higher time frame. I'm going to move back to the higher time frame, and then we're going to move into the pairs it is that we have lined up for, the pairs that we have lined up for today, and then see the possible entry opportunities we can get as they unfold. So first I'm going to start with GBP NZD. It's giving us a sweet, it's giving us something sweet. GBP NZD. So if you look at GBP NZD from here, you're going to see that's pretty much trending to the upside. You're going to see that the current move is pretty much trending to the upside from here. It's basically been trending to the upside. However, but when the market got here, you're going to notice it broke back below this major zone. But all the market was trying to do was to fulfill a technical level. If you look at it very well, the market was just coming to fulfill a technical level, which is that it was coming for a third touch of the trend line. Sorry, guys. Let me try and plot it again. So the market was coming to fulfill the third touch of the trend line, which if you look into here, you're going to see very well. See the first touch, the second touch, and the third touch of the trend line. And then after the third touch of the trend line, the market has pretty much been moving to the upside. So with this information, I'm just going to remove this and then go down to the lower time frame, which is the next one that happens to be the weekly time frame. And from the weekly time frame, what I can see here is something similar to what we saw on Tesla that made us to sell the market, but in this case it's giving us an inverse of it, which means that we should be looking forward to buy, and it's correlating with the reason why the things that the monthly time frame has actually told us, which is I'm seeing an inverse head and shoulder pattern. This is the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. So, and it's broken above the neckline. So the next thing we're going to be looking forward to is a pullback into the neckline, and then once we get a daily candle close or a 4 hour candle close above the neckline, we're going to put wherever it is that the market moved down from as our first level target, and then the overall target is going to be this next major level. So basically, I okay, let me just go to the next time frame, which is the daily time frame, to show you what's happening currently. So currently we're having a pullback already. The market has pretty much been moving back into the downside, and like I said earlier, this green bar is going to be my first level target, but I'm going to move it down a little bit. I'm just going to move it down a little bit, put it to the body of the candle, and then I'm going to say to myself that whenever it is that I get a 4 hour bullish engulfing candle close above this counter trend line, I'm going to make here my first level target, here my second level target, wherever it is that was whichever place it is that the previous low forms. I'm going to be making that my the place where my stop loss is going to be. Here will be my first level target, and then here my overall level target. So Basically, you already know how I trade. Whenever it is I get to the first level target, I'm going to be closing partial position, moving my stop loss to break even, and then I'm going to be holding the for the rest of the move. And then basically that's that on that. There's this things I'm going to be doing. There's this thing I'm going to be doing. This in this case, I'm going to be doing something different. Here, first level target, I'm sure closing 50% of my position. Here, I'm going to be closing probably like 40% of my position. And then I'm going to be holding for the rest of the move. I'm going to be holding for this. This is my next level target, which happens to be the minus 0.27 extension of the Fibonacci if you draw your Fibonacci from swing high to swing low. So I was able to plot this, and that is where I'm going to be holding my next position to. That is where I'm going to be holding my next this thing. That's where I'm going to be holding the next move to. Now I guess this was this okay. So that's where I'm going to be holding my next position to. So basically that's on GBP NZD. So I'm going to be next, we're going to be looking at, I believe we've analyzed Tesla for the next move. We've analyzed UPNZD for the next move. Now we're going to be looking into one crypto pair. Let's check out one crypto pair, which is Gala USDT. We're going to be looking at Gala USDT. So I'm going to be moving to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame isn't really telling too much stories than okay. We had If you look into this price action that happened here, if you look into the price action that happened here, you're going to notice this is looking like an inverse head and shoulder pattern. So after the inverse head and shoulder pattern broke above the neckline, the market has pretty much been bullish since then. And then now, if you look at the market, it's like the market just had to retrace because this move has been too linear. So when the market retraced now, it's looking like it's been coming down. Probably the market might just continue moving into the downside, or the market can just continue moving into the downside, or the market can just pick up from around there and then start moving up. So I've been able to plot my major levels. On this time frame, which is the weekly time frame. Then the next thing it is I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell myself that I'm going to move to the daily time frame, and then from the daily time frame I was able to spot another possible I've been able to spot another possible what's it called uh double bottom that is happening. So here is the neckline. So what I'm waiting for now is, initially I was like the market might actually move to this place, break below here, pull back into it, and then here will be my first level target, here my second level target. However, the market just decided to stop here and then making it form a double bottom here on the daily time frame. So I'm just going to be waiting for a break above it on the 4 hour time frame, waiting for a pullback on the 4 hour time frame, to then I might just scale down to the 1 hour time frame. If I see a break above the counter trend line that forms on this region, if I can be able to see a counter trend line movement on above this neckline, then I'm going to be using it as my first level target, which is this one. I put TP1 here. I was like, if this doesn't happen, this should happen. Now, this is not happening. So the next thing I'm looking for is this. So here is going to be my first level target, and here is going to be my second level target. The reason why here is my second level target is that if you draw your Fibonacci from swing low to swing high, if you bring your Fibonacci and then you draw it from swing low to swing high, you're going to notice that that lines up with the fib extension. And the reason why it's not placed exactly where the yellow bar is, the reason why it came down a little bit is because the market tends to respect round numbers. All markets tends to respect round numbers, be it crypto markets, be it forex market, be it commodity stocks or metals. They tend to respect round numbers. So that is why I put my my first level target at 0.100000. So that's my Fibonacci extension. Is going to be my next level target whenever it is that I'm able to get my entry opportunity. So I'm just going to be removing this because I'm no longer needing them. I'm going to be removing this. So now this arrow is going to be the one I'm following. The plan that this arrow is showing is what I'm basically following. A break above this neckline, a pullback on a 4 hour time frame, a break above the counter trend line that I'm able to draw on the 1 hour time frame, then here is going to be my first level target, here my second level target, here I'm closing 50% of my position, here I'm closing like 40, and here I'm going to be closing the rest of the 10 position. Now I'm going to note whenever it is that I close 50% here, I'm moving my stop loss to break even. Whenever it is that this can just decide, the market can just get here and decide to be a bigger what's it called, a bigger double top, and then from here just decide to come here, pull back to it, and then start moving to the downside. So I am going to be my look. I'm going to be. This is my plan that I've drafted out for taking my profits as the market unfolds into whichever thing it is that I want to do. So basically, that is that on Gala USDT. That is that on Gala USDT. I I think I have one more pair that I want to share with you guys. I think I have one more pair that I want to share with you guys. So I think that should be US oil. No, I'm going to be okay. Let me do US oil now. Let me do US oil. Let me do US oil. So first things first, we go to the higher time frame. I think US oil is going to be the last pair I'm going to be looking at in this video. But one thing I'm going to be doing different for US oil is I'm not going to be starting from monthly time frame. I'm going to taking us to a more higher time frame. I'm going to be taking us to a more higher time frame. But first, I want to remove these drawings and all because it's making my chart look rough. So I'm going to be taking us to 6 months time frame. There's something astonishing, or what should I use, that is going on that time frame, and I would like us to see it. So if you come to the 6 month time frame, you're going to see. Let me move this trend line as well. So if you come to the 6 month time frame, you're going to notice this. If you look at this very well, you're going to see that this is a big ass double top, a double bottom that has formed on the 6 month time frame. This happens to be the neckline. The market has broken above it, came here, and then pulled back into it. Currently, the market is giving us a morning star formation candlestick pattern on a 6 month time frame. On a 6 month time frame. So it means this chart formation and then this candlestick patterns, everything that is happening is very, very solid. And because of that, here is our possible next target for 106. 106 is our possible next target for US oil. And is now you like now I'm saying to myself that this is a very, very solid thing. So I'm not letting it go. I'm trading it once I'm getting entries on the lower time frame. Now, if you jump from here and then you go back to your monthly time frame, to your 1 month time frame, if you jump from here and then you go to your 1 month time frame, you're going to see that the market is actually giving us some conferences also that lines up with what the 6 month time frame has told us, which is, if you look here, is looking like the market has actually come to give us a proper base. That's like the market is sitting here, although the major zone came down below the major zone, but is looking like a proper base again for an upward momentum. It's looking like a proper base, like the market has actually sat very well and then is now ready for another upward momentum. So with the monthly time frame giving us this information, the next thing is to scroll down to the weekly time frame, and from the weekly time frame, if you look at it very well, you're going to see something like this. You're going to see something like this from your remember, just extend your trend line. So you're going to see something like this. Now that we have something like this on on the weekly time frame, we have. Come on, let me bring out my arrow so I can point it way for you guys. We had the first touch, we had the second touch. If you remember in market breakdown episode 1, I showed you guys the what US oil chart was looking like at the time, and the market was currently around this region then. But I didn't really talk much on it. So all I was expecting the market to do was to come into here, break above it, give us a pullback, and then we'll click on a buy to this region. Or I was expecting the market to just come here, serve as the third touch and then move to the and then start moving down. Sorry guys, and then start moving down. So instead of the market breaking it, it fulfill the other probability which is coming here, serving as the third touch and then moving down. So now one thing I said to myself when the market was even moving like this was it's either going for a fourth touch and then it's going to now break to the downside. But one thing I said to myself was if this is what the market wants to do, I'm not going to be interested in trading it. Why is that? From experience and over time, from the times I've spent in the market, I've come to realize that the fourth touch doesn't really provide much results. And what I mean by this is you might actually get into a trade from drawing the counter trend line on the first touch, it breaks below it, and then it doesn't get to your target most of the time. Sometimes it gets to it, but most of the time it doesn't get to your target, and then it starts reversing against you. So you want to make sure that you try as much as possible to start locking profits before the market even gets to your target on the fourth touch. And this doesn't really give you much edge over the market. You tend to like if you do this over and over again, you come to realize that you're going to lose more than you're going to win. So as for me, I've come to tell myself that whenever it is that the market is playing out and then it gives me a fourth touch to the trend line and then wants to start moving in my direction, I usually leave it and just focus on another pair. So what I've said to myself is it's only when the market breaks above this confluence that I'm going to be interested. So now we already have a break above it, and then now what I'm waiting for is a pullback into it, and then a continuation candle close on either the daily or the 4 hour time frame before I now get into a buy. So now, although I was in a buy before, but then I got stopped out for break even, I was able to get a buy below this trend line before the descent while the market was going up. I was able to get a buy here around this region. Come on, let me widen my chart a little bit more. So I was able to get a buy around this region. I was able to draw a counter trend line on the 4 hour time frame here. My first level target was here, and then the overall level target was here. So I was able to get a buy. That was the tools you saw me removing the other time. I was able to get a buy from there to this place, but then I got stopped down for break even. There was this spike that happened from here to here. My break even was too extended. I moved my stop loss back even past break even. So it was too extended and then I got stopped out. However, I still made money from the market, and which is the main thing. So like now what I'm waiting for is the market has broken above this. Now what I'm waiting for is a pullback, a proper pullback again that allows me to draw a counter trend line, and then a 4 hour candle close above the trend line. A 4 hour candle close above the trend line, then I pick a buy around this place. Here will be my first level target, and then here will be my overall target. It's a 106 from we've gotten on the higher time frame, which is the monthly. Remember, is going to be my overall level target. So that is going to be that on US oil. That is going to be that on US oil. So the last pair we're going to be looking at together is going to be coffee. Yeah, something weird. Let's look at a commodity together. Let's look at something weird. Let's look at something weird together. Okay, so this is coffee. So first things first, you know how it goes. Come to the higher time frame, which is the monthly. So if you've been following me on my social media platforms such as maybe X, the X app, the Instagram, or you're in my free community. Okay, yes, talking of my free community, I'll it will be good for you guys, and also I would love to actually have more audience on the channel, but it will be good for you guys because you'll be able to like take profitable trades. Most of my trades, even all of my trades, it's not even most, all of my trades since the beginning of the year, I've been dropping it on my free community. So like just go to Telegram, search for Exodus underscore trades. You're going to see, just click on it and then you can join my free community. I pass on some knowledge in the channel, and not just some knowledge. I also drop trades that you can actually make money from on the channel. So moving back to our analysis. So the next one I'm going to be looking at is coffee. Is coffee. So if you look at this pair very well, you're going to notice that this pair is clearly in an uptrend. clearly in an uptrend. It's moving up for a while now, moving up. However, when the market came here, came down for a big ass pullback, and then the market was here at the time. I said to myself that the market is either going to do two things, either going to come here, give us a an inverse head and shoulder pattern, and then move back up for a continuation to the upside, or if the market doesn't do this, uh, okay, or if the market doesn't do this, I want to see a clear break below this one. I want to see a clear break, then a pullback into it, and then a continuation to the downside. However, the market just came here without even coming to do the this, which is also pretty cool. And then now, if you look at this market, is also giving us a Fibonacci play to the upside, draw a Fibonacci from swing high to swing low. If you draw a Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, sorry, my chart is getting rough. I don't like my chart being dirty. Let me remove some of the lines. I'll bring them back in a bit. But okay, so if you look at this one, if you look at the market actually came into the 50 fib, and then the 50 fib has been pulling the market back into the upside, has been pulling the market back into the upside. Here at the 50 fib region, the market formed a morning star. Although the month is still pretty much young, but then you can see that there's a high chance that this is going to continue because of the actual trend, and then because it's broken up back above the trend line. And so that's why I'm actually looking forward to buy this market on the monthly time frame. So we're going to scale down to the decent, to the lower time frames, and see what else the market is giving us. But also look into this. If you look into this very well, you're going to notice that the market is giving us that if this breaks, it's either going to be when the market comes here, this is going to be my overall target actually. When this is going to be my overall target. So I'm going to be closing all my positions here. However, whenever it is that the market comes here, I'm going to relax and then say to myself, the market can either come, make this a double, make this a double top, and then start going back to the downside, or the market can just break above here, give us a pullback. After giving us a pullback, and then move into this minus 0.27 extension, which is going to be 3,500 as our next level target. So with that being said, I'm just going to remove my Fibonacci. Let me just bring back my tools. I'm just going to bring back the tools, and then go down to weekly time frame. Go down to the weekly time frame. So now from the weekly time frame, we can see that this market is giving us something that is looking like a double bottom on this major zone, and now the neckline is broken. So all I'm just waiting for now, all I'm waiting for, the market can decide to go to the target. If the market decides to do that, it's none of my, like, that means this market is not ready to give me my own entry opportunity. The one I understand, let it go. But then if this market wants to, before anything that will make me go into this market, the market is going to give me something that is going to look like a proper pullback, and then it is when I now see a break above the counter trend line on the 4 hour time frame or the daily time frame. That is when I'm now going to be clicking my buy buttons, and then I'm going to be making the next major zone as my overall target. So you're able to get the hang of it very well. So like I said, here is going to be, let's say the market starts to, let's say the market eventually decides that it's going to start turning back from here, and then give us a pullback from here. So this is going to be my first level target. This is where I'm going to be putting my greenback. And let's say the market actually pull back into here, the previous low, the anywhere below the previous low is going to be where my stop loss is going to be, and my first level target is going to be here. Like I said, my value or level target is going to be here at 23 uh $23,500 per share, or whichever thing it is that coffee is measured in. So that's going to be that on that for this market breakdown episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. So before logging out, please guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Please do well to subscribe. If you know you've enjoyed everything it is that you've watched on this channel and you would love to see more of it, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and drop me a comment. So I'll see you guys on the next I'll see you guys on the next breakdown or on the next video. Catch up with you guys on the next video. And also don't forget to join the free community Exodus underscore traits. Exodus underscore traits. Okay guys. Cheers and bye.